Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Selenium interview questions. That is, write Selenium automation code for producing timeout exception. Let me answer this question with practical demonstration. In Selenium automation, when we set the timeout for the page to load, okay, if you set a particular limit, okay, time limit for the application page to load. But if the page takes more than that time limit that is set, in that case, we are going to get this timeout exception. So let me practically demonstrate this for you so that it will be more understandable for you. For that, I'll switch to this Eclipse IDE where we have some sample Selenium automation code, which is already written for opening the Chrome browser, then maximizing the browser, opening the application URL. Okay, and at the end of this program will be printed. This sample script. So this time when I run the script, no problem will happen. Okay. No matter how much time this particular web page takes to load. Okay. This application URL takes to load on the browser. Okay. Selenium will indefinitely wait. Okay. Maximum of 300 seconds is there. So that's too much of time already. So Selenium keeps on waiting, for around like 5 minutes. Okay. In general. Okay. Even though the page doesn't load so much of time, we have not set any time limit. But since this page load will happen within some seconds only, you see no exception, nothing in the output. We got the end of this program, no exceptions, nothing. But what if I set a time limit here? How to set a page load time limit? For that, we have to write driver dot manage dot timeouts. Okay, timeouts dot page timeouts dot page load timeout. Okay, in this we have to give duration dot of seconds. Let's say I'll give only 1 second. Within 1 second, the page application URL should load. If the application URL page doesn't load within 1 second, earlier there was no time limit, but intentionally I'm setting a particular time limit so that this page will not load within 1 second, and because of which we'll get a timeout exception in the output. End of this program also will not be printed. Run this. Here in the line 15, we are going to get the exception because this application page may take more than 1 second. In such cases, you will get an exception, runtime error or exception known as timeout exception. So let's wait for this to happen. Don't know whether it happened or not. You see, we got an exception. End of this program has not been printed. In the line 15 itself, we got the exception. You see, by loading this application URL, it has taken more than 1 second. So we got the exception, that is timeout exception. Okay, timeout exception. So this is a program. Okay, so timeout receiving message from render 0.5 something is happening. Okay, don't have to worry much. The simple thing is that the page was unable to load within the set time limit, that is 1 second. Generally, we should not be setting for 1 second. Maybe 3 seconds, 5 seconds is fine, but 1 second is too less. But just wanted to show you how the exception comes. Okay, so if you give some other duration like 2 seconds, let's see if this particular page loads in within 2 seconds. If it loads in 2 seconds, there will not be any exception. Otherwise, we'll get an exception. Okay. Let's see 2 seconds. Yeah, I changed it from 1 second, where 1 second we got the timeout exception, but with 2 seconds, let's see what is going to happen. So just come and here with 2 seconds also unable to load, guys. Page was taking even more time. This application URL is taking more time than 2 seconds. Let's give to 3 seconds, change it to 3 seconds. Let's see if this runtime error will get resolved or not. Okay. So with this, we can get to know like how much time the application URL page is taking time to load on the web application page also at this current situation. Now let's see, you see this time we didn't get an exception. If you're giving 3 seconds time limit, within 3 seconds, the application page URL is loading mostly. But for 1 or 2 seconds, we are getting timeout exception. So hope guys, you got an idea or answer for this question, that is write Selenium automation code for producing timeout exception. This is a program that you have to write. And set the time limit to 1 or 2 or whatever the seconds in which the page will take more than the set limit, and because of which you'll get the timeout exception as explained in this session. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.